Hi everyone, so today we'll be learning how to do the basic Tunisian crochet stitch. So first we'll talk about hooks. So this is what a typical Tunisian crochet hook looks like. They're quite long and that's because we will have multiple loops on our hook at one time. You can also get ones that have wires attached to the end, and that's for bigger projects like jumpers and blankets, etc. And here is what the other type of crochet hook looks like for Tunisian crochet. So there's one hook at each end. If you're just trying this out or you want to make something smaller, you can use a normal crochet hook. Just make sure there's no lumps or bumps across it if you can. So we're starting out with a standard slip knot, and then we're going to chain whatever our pattern length needs. For demonstration purposes, I'm just going to chain 10 today. So now I've got my chain of 10. Like normal crochet, we're going to skip the first stitch and go into the second. So I'm putting my hook through, yarning over and pulling up a loop. And now instead of doing like a standard single crochet where we yarn over and pass through, we're actually going into the next stitch. We're yarning over, pulling up a loop again. And we just do that down the whole chain, so pull up a loop in every stitch along. And this is what we call our forward pass. So now I have a total of 10 loops on my hook, including that first foundation loop from the chain that we made. So you can see why we might need such a long hook. Now we're going to do our backwards pass, which starts with yarn over and pull through that first loop. So this is acting like a chain 1 at the end of our row. Then we're going to yarn over again, and this time pull through the next 2 loops on our hook. And we'll keep on doing that across the row, so yarn over and pull through 2 loops at a time. So we're repeating that until we're left with 2 loops on our hook, and then we do it one last time. So this is how our foundation row looks, which includes 1 forward pass and 1 backwards pass. Now you can see that there's these vertical bars that have been created, so we are going to be working into these for the next forward pass. So you'll put your hook through this first one here, so you're going from the right to the left, yarn over and pull up a loop through that. So you'll repeat that in every vertical bar until you get to the end of this row. And once you get to the end, you'll see that there's 2 bars at the end that you can go into. So you'll go through both of those to finish off the round. So you're yarning over one last time and pulling through both those bars, and that completes your next forward pass. Then as before, we're going to do our chain 1. So yarn over and pull through 1 stitch, and then as before, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches at a time until you get to the other end. And that's another row complete. So you can see that there's 2 bars at each end and then vertical bars running across. We miss the 2 bars at the start of the forward pass and go into the first vertical bar. And then as before, into every vertical bar until you get to the last stitch. And once you get to the end, you go through both those bars at the end to finish the row. And remember, you're starting every backwards pass with a chain 1, then you yarn over, pull through 2 loops at a time. So that is the basic Tunisian crochet stitch, and now once you've mastered this, you can try other Tunisian crochet stitches. You can see these vertical bars make it look very different from normal crochet. It almost looks a bit like knitting, and there is a knit look stitch that's Tunisian crochet as well, which we could learn if you would like. Now that we have more length to the piece, you can see the 2 bars at the end of each row that I was mentioning. Like I said before, if you're just trying this out or you're making something quite narrow like a headband, you can use a normal crochet hook for something like this, but that's pretty much it. Let me know if you enjoyed this tutorial by hitting the like button and subscribing, and drop in the comments if you'd like to see any more Tunisian crochet stitches.